The desire to be loved. From the beginning of time, as soon as our brain developed, the feeling of love was right alongside it. We survived in groups, relied on others, had a need to be nurtured and supported by our parents, and protected by our peers. And those desires of love have stayed with us to this day. It pushes us to make friends, form bonds, join social circles we know we don't really fit into, and look for acceptance in all the wrong places. A force so strong that even gravity questions its own existence. Some might say it's our source of life. But when love becomes our everything, what does everything become? Love, the thing that binds us together and fuels our soul, but inevitably breaks us down. That was tough, wasn't it? A little poetic. I got in my bag a little bit. W intro. Overconsumption. Whether it is food, entertainment, or spending, we as people tend to overindulge in whatever brings us the most pleasure. Really think about it with me. We all have a moment when we have school tomorrow or a test, or we have an early morning shift, but we'll keep on fighting back sleep because we just can't stop scrolling. One more laugh, one more scroll, one more hit of pleasure. Even taking a break from these dopamine monsters is a whole journey in its own right. Anything in excess is unhealthy for us, even love. In this day and age, compared to the times of the past, which were more focused on the Judeo-Christian God, we are now more fixated on our love lives than ever before. You could even say that love is our new God. Or would that be dopamine? I don't know though, but that would be a good video idea though. I'm writing that down. We're always shown how love is the solution to so many problems. In our media, love is shown as the problem solver. In the anime Naruto, his love for his friends and enemies eventually heals the world and makes it a place where, no matter who you are, you deserve to smile. His love for his boyfriend Sasuke eventually leads them. Whoa. Wait, time out. Why is Wattpad open right now, bro? In the famous movie, The Notebook, love is the prize that creates a lifelong journey of happiness. Even if that includes cheating on your husband, being a creepy dude, and waiting almost a decade for a girl that you believe ghosted you. Yeah, but he was a true yearner though. He was a true yearner. Man, nobody is convincing me otherwise. That movie is buns. The only good part is when they're older. That is it. We could have a whole debate about that some other time. Even in music, love seems like the one thing worth chasing above all else, even through the pain. And of course, there are shows like Love is Blind, where people are willing to marry somebody in a couple of days when they don't even know what they look like or what their true intentions could be. We could also look at the monetization of our desire for love through the dating apps. This also connects to our capitalist society, which only focuses on profits, therefore leading to less focus on the lives of people, but that's another topic for another day. Now, this doesn't mean that love isn't worth fighting for. There's so much truth in these depictions of love, and a lot of them can provide a better outlook on life. But hidden between the romantic movies and sappy songs lies a truth about us. The shining light in a world of darkness. The miracle serum. The fountain of youth. The golden scar in season 2 of Fortnite. Oh my gosh, bro, that takes me back. I'm getting old as hell, ain't I? Jesus. But whatever the name, we always have our eyes on it. It's clear that our culture and people as a whole view love as the end-all be-all, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Hyperfixation. Just like any drug, love can get you hooked, and it seems to be the only drug that we love to promote. But just like any drug or dopamine-infested social media site, it will not fill that void. In this journey of desiring love, the desirer will inevitably become a victim of emotional blindness. When it'll hit, the desirer is dependent on the relationship with themselves and the relationships they have, if any. Nonetheless, it will show. Denying truth, we make our own fiction. The lack of love is the reason I'm unhappy. Even though we have a riddle of flaws that have kept us from progressing and being able to form that happy world we wish for. Many jump into relationships with the sole goal of covering up that hole they eerily sense. Almost impossible to put a finger on, but you know it is there. Those nights when you're all alone, thinking of the connection you could have had, or wondering why no one wants to be here with you, or why so many others tend to get in relationships after relationships, but you're left here alone. Or those times where you see a random couple laughing and you get a bite of jealousy. But the odd thing is, we spend the majority of our time alone. Even in group settings like school or family events, we could still feel isolated mentally. Even so, being alone feels so bad. What about being alone is so scary and undesirable? Well, We know that society pushes love and connection hard, so the opposite, being alone, being unfavorable in the eyes of our culture, is a reasonable connection. In fact, the trope of the lonely kid at the lunch table is depicted in our media, movies, TV shows, and music, and even real life as a low point for any high schooler and middle schooler going through their social affairs. So that answers why we possibly see it as the golden quota. We are social creatures, so it's understandable to want to be social and to have a bond or connection. But the idea of being by yourself shouldn't haunt us either. Running to love, assuming it'll patch whatever dark corners you have in your heart, will only widen that crater. And I love love, man. I'm serious about this stuff. I know from experience that making a single feeling dictate your whole world is the quickest way to lose that world. In the past, I pushed away a very loving person. And of course, no dispute is truly one-sided, but one's eyes are blinded to the rough corners of their character when your vision's like binoculars. And to see the whole view, you can't look through a peephole. Oh my gosh, I am in my bag, bro. I am in my bag. Did y'all know I used to be a rapper? Does that matter? In this new reality that you have created, you ignore every sign that you are not okay. And that maybe you should work on your flaws to create an actual healthy environment. An everlasting state of denial. Reform. Love is a beautiful expression of life that I wish every last person could fully emerge in. And love in itself is not the problem. So then, what does this reform look like? How do we make a better environment for ourselves? Well, the essential message is pretty simple. You need you. 3 words, I know, a lot. Instead of desiring love from others, we should learn how to direct that excess desire into ourselves. Still form bonds, yes, but never depend your whole inner ecosystem on this separate individual in hopes they'll provide you the ingredients to flourish. How are you going to foster love from others if you don't know how to foster it within yourself? Build habits, find passions, put energy into hobbies, or whatever you believe will build your relationship with you. Smile at yourself in the mirror. Have me days just for the sake of having me days. Remind yourself that you matter, not because you have found the love of your life, or your social circle sees you highly, or any other obscure reason, but solely on the fact that you exist. And that is enough for you to matter eternally. A lot of big words here. My mouth is getting dry. As I said earlier, we are with ourselves for the majority of our lives. So why not make our own mind a bastion we are excited and thrilled to be in? Reminder, this is also not an excuse to be a selfish asshole who only considers their own feelings and emotions. Self-love doesn't mean the degradation of others. It simply prioritizes your own peace. And I know it's easier said than done, and I may be simplifying it to fit in this YouTube video, but that's kind of the point. Just like love, my words or anyone else's shouldn't be the answer to all your problems. No matter how much we want it to be, there is no miracle serum. There is no fountain of youth. There is no golden lamp that we could rub to summon a genie that will solve all our solutions. Life is more riddled than that. More riddled than what we see in media. So is love. And it's up to each of us to find our own truth. As long as it's positive and not irrational or hateful to any certain demographic or group. Come on, please use common sense here. So we can make the world we want to live in. That's another good topic for another video idea, huh? But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you took something from this, man. I don't know, but this is also my new channel. Now let me hit y'all with my mind warping technique. Alright, stay there. Stay right there. Don't move. I promise you, it's gonna be good. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Did it work? Did you press the button? Okay. Am I begging? My bad. Okay. See you soon.